All right, let's take another look at gold. In one of my previous videos, I'd noted that we were testing this support zone at about 1850. We'd made 3 tests of it. Triple bottoms are pretty rare, so the expectation was that we would break through this. We're doing that this morning. The ECB appears to have initiated a major intervention uh, to stop the euro from getting above 119. I noted this in several of my previous reports, nightly reports. They're defending this 119 level um, very aggressively. Eventually, it's going to break above that, and then they'll defend this 120 aggressively as well. The ECB would, well, all countries would prefer their currencies to weaken against their neighbors, so it's not unexpected, and this is why I don't trade currencies. They're just the most manipulated markets on the planet. Um, so back to gold. um, we're this is that period of time where we tend to get everybody finally gives up. So this is unfolded kind of like some of the previous. Let me widen this chart just a bit here. You can see this ICL formed this way, as did this one. Just this long, frustrating grind sideways. Same thing's happening here. And then we're getting this breakdown. This could usher in a 5 to 7 day bloodbath phase. And my expectation is that the ECB is going to be successful, at least for a few days, 5 to 10 days, on stopping that rally in the euro. So we're going to get a bounce in the dollar. That's going to allow the banks to, well, it did. It allowed them to initiate this attack this morning, break this support zone. We're down below this. So this could end up being a bloodbath phase, although I'm not convinced that's going to happen. Um, I tend to think we're gonna hit a major support zone here at 1800. But either way, um, we're very close to a bottom. So traders have gotten very frustrated. I know when we first started this correction, I was seeing the same people that always do this saying the correction was going to be mild, it was going to be very short, and then you had to start buying and get ready because it was going to take off again. And of course, that's not what happened. We had this very long slog down that's just wiping out all of the bullish sentiment from this huge rally. And then today we get a break below that support zone on that intervention in the currency markets. And we're starting to get pretty close to this 1800 support zone. So, this could unfold in one of two ways. This could be the start of a bloodbath phase, and we get 5 to 7 days of just all-out panic. And if that's the case, then we're probably going to come back down to this 1770-ish level to 1750-ish level. I'm not sure that's what's gonna happen. I think I'll know tomorrow. If we get another bounce tomorrow, maybe a bounce that comes up to test this um, support and resistance zone, and then we kind of slog down for another week and finally test this 1800, then this is just going to be a kind of it's going to continue to be this whipsawing slog down into the bottom, and then it's probably going to be a slog for another 3 or 4 weeks as we base and form the bottom, and then we take off. On the other hand, if tomorrow we just continue this selling and maybe it intensifies and we get down to 1800 quickly, like tomorrow, then I think I would say yes, we're in the bloodbath phase and we're very close to the final bottom, and we're probably going to come down to this midpoint consolidation level in here before this is over. So the next day or two should tell us whether this is going to be a bloodbath phase final bottom, or continue this frustrating grinding whipsawing move, and then we get our bottom sometime in probably early December. That's typically when these intermediate cycle lows will occur as late November, early December, and then we're going to be set up. We should, you know, reverse sentiment, 180 degrees from the wild bullishness that we had up here. This should be black pessimism down here. We'll have the fuel for a huge move early next year. So when everybody else is panicking and selling because they don't understand what's happening, contrarians, and that's what we do in the S&P. This is what we want to see to confirm that we're getting a final intermediate cycle low. We want to see that pessimism. We want to see all the people that were in a big rush to buy up here and telling us that the correction was going to be mild and brief finally give up hope, and then they start projecting price going down to 1500, or the bull market is over and blah blah blah. That's the kind of sentiment we're looking for to tell us that the final bottom is in. So if we get a bloodbath phase, then there's a very good chance we could get a rocket shot out of that bloodbath phase. If this continues to be kind of a grindy move for another week, and we don't really get that bloodbath phase that we often see at ICLs, then it's probably going to be kind of a rounded bottom that could take some time and may not actually take off till January. But we're in the final days, I think. Probably, I would say 5 to 10 days, and we're going to get our final bottom. And the next intermediate cycle, I think, is going to go well above this level here, probably to 2,500, and maybe a long shot, maybe even to 3,000. So think logically, understand what's happening. This is we're in the final days of this long extended intermediate cycle low. Once we get our bottom, the next leg of the bull market is going to start, and I think it's going to go a long way. I think it'll be the best trade of the first half of 2021 anyway.